What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the JackCast. Today, I'm here with St. John Bosco receiver DJ Tubbs. So first off, DJ, how are you doing today?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Pretty, pretty good. All right, so DJ, being at St. John Bosco High School means expectations are always, sky high. How does that environment help you, shape you as a player?
The environment helps me a lot. Bosco, is the probably like best of the best, California, probably in the nation, I would say. So I feel like, just practicing with the guys I practice with every single day. Um, I practice against the best of the best. So I would just say like they make me better, iron sharpens iron. And yeah, I would just say that. And then yeah, I've always been playing with the best of the best since my youth years as well. So I feel like just playing with the best in the youth, and then going up to high school, I feel like that's really just helped me become the person I am today and the player I am today.
I mean, you just said like you've gone up against elite competition, consistently at Bosco, like every week. So, how was practicing against, those top talents, really elevated your game, and who specifically has helped you a lot?
Um, Honestly, like our whole defense is really good to be honest. Like you go to our defensive linemen, there's literally guys every single one of them, linebackers every single one of them, DBs I go with every single day. Like Trayvon Bates. I go against Dylan Davis, Brendan Nash. I can just keep on naming names and stuff like that. So just going against them every day, I just feel like they make me better. And iron sharpens iron, like I said. So I just feel like they get the best of me, I get the best of them every time it's a one-on-one rep or anything like that.
I mean, like when people watch your film, like, the physicality and the speed too immediately, stands out. What is that like toughness and also like the quickness part of it? Where does that come from?
Honestly, that just comes from work. To be honest, I've been playing football since I was like 4 years old. So yeah, I feel like just practicing and just working on my game every single day. Really just got me where I am today. And like the quickness stuff like that. I've actually been working on my speed a lot this off season because I've actually been injured. I had surgery in like December, so I've really just been working on my speed and stuff like that. And yeah, what's it called? Yeah, I just working on my speed. I go to Coach Cam. Coach Cam. Shout out Coach Cam. He actually got me to a 4.5 40 to a 4.3. So I
Oh,
feel like
really?
that's yeah. I ran a 4.3 not so long ago. So yeah, yeah. I'll just say shout out to him. And then I go to Coach D for receiver training. Also go to Coach Cam, my speed trainer. Yeah, and then physicality wise, I lift like basically every day. I've been lifting every day, or not every day, but most of the days. I've been lifting since like maybe 12 with my dad. We have a little garage and stuff like that. The garage is like a gym. So yeah, I just feel like that's really where it comes from.
I mean, that's pretty cool, that you've been working out since forever. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, take me back to your, through your journey of, growing up in California. How did, football become such a major part of your life?
Yeah, so shoot, I started when I was 4 years old. That's pretty young. You really don't see to stuff like that, starting when you're 4 years old. So started at flag. Shoot, yeah, started at flag. I didn't start pass till like 7 or 8. So yeah, started at flag, and then yeah, my dad really just introduced me to football because he played when he was in high school and college and stuff like that. So he kind of just made it like a fun game to me, and I feel like that's what really got me into like into the journey of football. And then yeah, it really just stuck with me the whole time ever since I started.
What would you say like the biggest strength in your game right now that you feel like separates you the most from other receivers, nationally?
I feel like I'm just a complete receiver. Like when you look at my film, there's like nothing so I feel like there's nothing that negatively stands out about me. I feel like my film is just like you could see me block, you can see me, when I like the biggest things really is like the plays where you don't see me get the ball. I block for my team. I run routes, I get yards after catch. I catch, consistent catches, 50-50 balls. It's not really common for, undersized receiver like me to catch, 50-50 balls against DBs bigger than me. So I feel like those really stick out in my game. I'm safety. I never let the first man tackle me. And yeah, I feel like I play bigger than my size.
I mean, you were also talking about how everyone at Bosco is so good, but also like your matchups that you guys face is also incredible. Like Orange Lutheran, Modern Day, like what's the toughest matchup of your career been like so far? And who was it? Which corner?
I'll just say the toughest matchup for me, it's always modern day. The
Yeah.
only loss I've had besides Lou last year was has been modern day. And modern day it's our rivalry, so I just feel like the person that's really I would say I would give props to is probably Aaron Washington. I'll say Jo. That's my guy. I feel like he's the one that's really I've known him ever since I was like maybe 10, 11. So I've been going at him. We've been going at it for a while, and I feel like he's always I'm always getting his best, and he's always getting my best. So I feel like we just get each other better every single day. But ever since he transferred to IMG, can't get that matchup again. But when he was at Modern Day, I feel like yeah, that's the person who really had the best matchup.
Yeah, I mean, how important has your coaching staff been like in your development, both mentally and physically?
Yeah, my coaching staff is honestly the best in the nation, to be honest, in my opinion. Um, you know, Going all the way from the defense to the O line, the D line, receiver coach, DB coach, everybody. I feel like they really helped me get prepared mentally for games and stuff like that. Going into freshman year at Bosco, like I didn't really think I was gonna play like that, to be honest. And they really just kept my I really just kept my head down. They were really just helping me get my mental right and stuff like that. Because freshman at Bosco, like you really gotta be mentally strong for stuff like that, especially on varsity. Playing at the level you're playing at. Playing against the best at practice, and then playing best of the best on games. So I feel like they really just helped me mentally, and then obviously physically. They taught me way more things that I've ever learned in my youth years. They've taught me stuff. The plays and stuff like that. Plays are really well. They taught me like little things as well, because little things, little details matter in football. So like top of the route stuff, or like how to read defenses and stuff like that as a wide receiver. So yeah, I just feel like they really helped me a lot, and they're also getting me ready for my college as well. So I feel like they're really developing me well.
I mean, with Trillion Boys too, they have great coaches. I know your shirt, yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
But you've played with Boston players such as Madden Williams. How is he specifically? How has he helped you and mentored you, through the good and bad?
Oh yeah, Man's a great player on and off the field. I feel like he's really when he was at Bosco and Trilly before I went to college, he really took me under his wing. He kind of had me as like the little brother. He taught me what he was taught basically. He taught me stuff even if it was outside of school, or even like I mean outside of football. He taught me stuff in school, taught me stuff in football, like small stuff like releases, like how I could have done better on this, or like a route, or how I could have made a just made the play. Yeah, yeah. I feel like Madden has really definitely helped me and gave me hope, and was a little and helped me a little bit to where I was today.
I mean, like you said, Madden, he's a great guy. I met him at the Trillion Boys movie premiere in Newport. Were you there?
No, I wasn't there, but I
Oh,
did
you
hear.
weren't?
Yeah,
But yeah, Madden's a great guy, so yeah, I mean,
yeah,
hopefully he
yeah,
can ball out at Texas A&M, right? Yeah.
yeah. Most definitely.
But yeah, with the Trillion Boys, you've grown your game and become one of the best OG7 receivers of all time. Do you have any advice for the team this year?
For Chile, honestly, I mean we're number one right now, so I just feel like stay humble. Keep your heads down. Job's not finished, so and then I actually will be back for the final, so I can't wait for that. And yeah, just stay down, stay humble. Till until the job's finished, I'll say.
I mean, you're talking about like your surgery. What was it on? Do you tear anything or?
It was actually my UCL and my
Oh,
like
your
my elbow.
UCL.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was like you don't see that a lot from football players. You just see it from like baseball players, like pitchers and stuff like that.
exactly. Yeah. But I mean, I'm excited to watch you in the finals, so.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
But yeah, what do you think of the squad right now? Like, I mean, it's probably one of the best we've seen, in years, number one. So
Yeah, honestly, I definitely think we have the best receiver core in OT7, in the nation. We got Quinn Hill, we got Eli, and then me once I come back, we got a couple more other dogs on the field. Shout
Chase
out my guy
Devonta,
Beasy. The
Arenas.
eighth
Yeah.
grader. Yeah, we got Kiko. Yeah, a bunch of guys. I can't even name all of them. There's so many. But
Yeah.
yeah, Ryan as well. Ryan's been there for freaking I don't know how long, but yeah, Ryan's is the best quarterback in OT7. Once we're all back, once we're all healthy for the finals, I really think we have a shot to win the whole thing.
I mean, hopefully, like as a fan of you guys, like I interviewed Coach Jack and Josh, so they're great guys. So I
Yeah,
really hope
yeah,
that you guys win. So, but yeah, Coach Josh and Jack Stupin have been with you really since day one, right?
yeah.
So like, I said I interviewed them at the movie premiere in October, and they told me like you should be a 97 overall if OT7 players had like Madden ratings. Do you agree with that statement? Do you think maybe 99? Because they said Madden Williams should be a 99. They said DJ Jordan should be a 99. But what do you think about yourself?
Um, I think 97 is cool. 97 is all right. There's always there's always space for. I mean, yeah, there's always space for improvement, room for improvement. So I feel like a 97 is solid right now. I haven't really been in OT7, so I haven't really really showed what I could do yet. But most definitely once I'm back, and then I also have another year of OT7. So definitely once I'm back for the finals and for next year for OT7, I feel like everyone's gonna see why.
What ratings would you give to some of your Trilly teammates and OT7 players in general?
Honestly, I would give our whole receiving core 99, to be honest. I feel like we got the best in the nation. Quarterback 99, our DBs 99. And I feel like, Trilly's the best of the best. So I feel like those are the only guys I think that deserve the best ratings, in my opinion.
I mean, I have to agree, But who are
Yeah.
some of your favorite players in OT7 right now?
Favorite players OG7. I'll say obviously I gotta go with my guy Ryan Rakowski. That's been my dog for a while now, man. So I just feel like he's the best quarterback at OT7. Shoot, my guy Q, Eli, Kiko, shoot, BZ, all those guys, shoot, and then outside of Chile, uh, I honestly can't think of nobody right now. But shoot, yeah, like everyone from Chile, man. I feel like I said, I feel like we got the best offense and defense in OT7. So, shout out my guys on the defense as well. Prime, Dante, Jordan Hicks, Khalil, shoot. There's so many. I can't even name all of them on the top of my head. But yeah,
Yeah.
those are like I feel like those are the guys, man.
What do you think, like all time, like where do you think you rank specifically in like the GOAT debate for Trillion Boys players? I know Madden's probably first, but where do you think you rank? Maybe as high as second or third?
Honestly, my OT7 like career isn't done yet. So I feel like I can't really put myself that high yet. But I feel like my name could be put in there somewhere. Definitely after my whole Chili or slash OT7 career is over. So I don't really know where I put myself in right now. But me personally, I think once my OT7 career is over, I feel like you know we could talk about who is like where my name is at in that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, you think, let's see, Madden, DJ Jordan, but yeah, Trillion Boys, they've produced even NFL talent right now too. I saw,
Yeah.
what's his name? The guy from that guy, Damani Jackson, he got picked.
Oh
So
yeah.
all those
Yeah.
guys.
Truly got some deep alumni. We got some deep. So our alumni goes deep.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna ask you some like rapid fire questions right now. You ready?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. What do you have to say to all the modern day players? I believe they beat Bosco in the season, right?
Yeah.
So like, will you guys get like your revenge this fall once the season starts? But yeah, like what do you have to say to them?
Shoot. Just wait till October 30th, man. We gonna see. It's gonna be a movie. So stay tuned. October 30th, man. We definitely gonna shock the world.
Hopefully. But who are you studying or modeling your game after, any college or NFL players right now?
I'm out on my game after guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's definitely like one of the best receivers in the NFL right now, at least top five. Makai Lemon, dude from USC, just got drafted first round to the Philadelphia Eagles. Those two, Malachi Tony. I really just study the undersized receivers. Just like me. I just feel like they're all like 5'10", 5'11" ish. So I study what they do. I see. I try and I try and do that on the field that I play on. So I feel like I just watch what they do. Amon Ross good at the great routes, great releases. Malachi Tony, he's a really good athlete, great yards after catch. He could play anywhere on the field. And then Makai Levy, he has really great routes, great acceleration, great speed, great everything. So I really just those are the three main guys that I watch. Try and better my game.
You have a favorite NFL team?
Uh, right now the Eagles. I like the Eagles. This is my favorite team.
You have a favorite like offer you've picked up or
Favorite offer. Um. I'll say like my dream one, like ever since I was a kid, was probably just Oregon. Honestly, just because Oregon is Oregon, you can't go wrong with Oregon. Yeah, I've always kind of just watched them as a kid. I love their jerseys. I love the players that went there. But that's from like like a little kid standpoint. But now just having an offer from Oregon is really just a blessing. I love what I love what the coaches have been doing up there. They're building great receivers, great offense, great defense, great team. I feel like they definitely are contenders for the playoffs or even the championship.
I saw you at the UCLA spring game. How was that for you?
No, it was great. Man, just seeing the coaches, building that relationship. Coach Locke, the receiver coach. Just building that relationship with him, and then seeing all my friends and stuff like that. Seeing all my friends commit to UCLA. Just happy for them. And then yeah, the UCLA game was great because I also have a couple of friends that play at UCLA, so just watching them do what they love and just watching them do what they do. I had a great time.
Which players you know?
Um, Jonas Smith, the receiver from Santa Margarita. I know Matt Muasau. I know Nico, Madden, the two quarterback brothers. Shoot, I know a lot of people on that team. To be honest, I can keep on going. But yeah,
I
those are
mean,
like a few guys.
you also know that Orange Lutheran receiver Marcus Kier, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Marcus is my
Yeah,
guy too, man. Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
got him on the podcast, so he's a great guy.
Yeah, yeah. Great person.
But yeah, what's been your favorite moment in a Bosco uniform so far?
My favorite moment. I'll just say, being around my teammates all the time. Man, just building that relationship. It's really a brotherhood over here. Even the guys that graduated already when I was my freshman year, I built the relationship with them. And then this past year built my relationships with the whole team. Defense, offense, from O line, D line, even the coaches. So I feel like those are like my favorite moments with them. My moments with them on the field. Going through adversity, going through like wins, losses, stuff like that. Just going through that with them, kind of made me better as well. Going through that with all my brothers, stuff like that. I would say those are like any time I was with them on the field or at practice, those are like my favorite moments.
How's the recruiting process? I know you say you picked up your dream offer of Oregon, but how's the recruiting process overall been treating you?
Oh yeah, it's been going well. Still getting, it's still coming in. It's still early, but it's really just been a blessing. I just want to just give it thanks to God because without Him, wouldn't even be here today. So I just feel like it's been going really well. Um, yeah, I feel like it's been going really well.
What's the craziest or most memorable recruiting interaction you've had up to this point?
Uh, Most memorable. That's a good question. Honestly, man, that's a hard one because I would say just like the way I got my Arizona State offer, it was kind of crazy. I was eighth grade. It was a tournament at Arizona State, and I was doing my thing as an eighth grader. Going against upperclassmen, juniors, seniors, kids in high school. I was just doing my thing against them, and then what's it called? I think it was maybe the second to last game. Coach Dillingham, the head coach, he was watching me. Receiver coach Hines Ward was watching me. And I was doing good. We were maybe on like the 5 yard line about to score. And Coach Dillingham comes up to me. He was like, if you catch this fade ball, I'll offer you on the spot right now. So I'm like, okay, bet. So I got to catch this. So, we call the fade, throw the fade ball. I catch it. he offers me on the spot. So I feel like that's the most memorable, just because like the head coaches don't like it's kind of special to have the head coach offer you. I feel like because yeah, I mean it's the head coach. I really can't say too much, but yeah, I feel like that's the most memorable. Um, yeah,
But that's pretty cool.
yeah, it is. Yeah,
But
yeah.
when coaches recruit you, what do they say, they love most about your game?
I'm really fast. I have good yards after catch. I'm a complete receiver. I can run any route in the route tree. Um, I could block, catch, contested catches, run past people. Yeah, they really just say that like, they just love how dynamic I am, how versatile I am on the field. Because I catch punts as well. I have a couple of punt returns on my film, a couple of kick returns. So yeah, I feel like that's what they say, like what they like most about my film.
What are the biggest things, you're looking for when evaluating schools, like, UCLA, ASU, and also Oregon?
Biggest thing for me is I just want to go somewhere where I'm loved. I'm not really logo chasing, the big logos and stuff like that. Like I just want to go somewhere where they'll develop me on and off the field and where they develop me to make it to the next level, which I want to make is the NFL. So whatever helps me the most or whatever coaching staff, whatever school helps me the most, makes me the most successful on and off the field. I just feel like that's where I really want to go. Just, where it fits me mostly.
Are there things other than developing that are just as important? Or
Um, Honestly, I just feel like development is really just the biggest thing for me.
yeah.
Me personally, just making my game better, just making me a better person on the field and a better person off the field is really just the biggest thing for me. Because development can go a long way. Like you can go somewhere and maybe not get developed like that, but you can go to another school and they'll develop you to where like you're the best, like the best version of yourself. So I feel like that's just the biggest thing for me.
Do you have any nicknames other than DJ?
I go by Tubby as well. Because my last name is Tubbs, but
Yeah.
you just take out the S and just add a Y.
I mean, it's like Tubby and Trilly, so
Yes,
yeah.
has a little ring to it.
Yeah. But who's been your biggest motivator behind the scenes that you want to shout out?
My biggest motivator, I'll say my dad. He's really just kept my head down, kept me humble. He really is the one that introduced me to football, sports really. So I feel like just shout out to him. He always has me working, always has my head down, never lets me get comfortable. Even to the person I am now, like he doesn't let me get comfortable, like big headed and everything. He makes me keep my head down. Just makes me stay focused. Keeps the main thing. And just he's just there. Just make sure I'm always doing the right thing. So I'll just say shout out to my dad.
How do you handle like the pressure of being a nationally ranked, recruit in California, just also nationally?
Honestly, just keep your head forward. Just block out all the noise. Coming from the side to side. Blocking out all the negativity, blocking out all the hating. Because there's always gonna be haters in the process. And yeah, I just feel like just keep your head straight, keep your head forward, just keeping the main thing. The main thing is the biggest thing for me.
What's your pregame routine like before kickoff? Like, you eat anything special? Maybe you talk to a certain teammate?
Honestly, like pregame routine, I don't like to eat before games. So I like to, I'll maybe eat like a little something just to get like have energy and stuff like that. But like I don't eat nothing big, like no big meals or anything like that. I just feel like I play better with like a light stomach, like nothing heavy. And I just, the usual listen to music. Yeah, listen to music. I'll sit in the locker room for a little bit, just kind of just get ready for the game, focus up, lock in. Then go on the field, warm up, catch a couple of passes, just get my hands ready, get my hands warm, get my release stuff like that. Just make sure I'm ready for the game.
What are some of like the music you listen to?
I like NBA YoungBoy, to be honest. Yeah, I feel like he's the guy that gets me ready for games mostly. I got a playlist that like most of it is just NBA YoungBoy. So yeah, I feel like I listen to YoungBoy a lot.
I mean, everyone I'm talking to for interviews, like they're all saying NBA YoungBoy. So
Yeah, he just I don't know, his music just gets me turned, man. So
yeah.
yeah, I just be listening to him.
I mean, me personally, I'm not the kind of guy to listen to him, but I listen to maybe one of his songs. So
Yeah, everyone's different. Koa listens to like Islander stuff, like Islander music, like slow music and stuff like that. So everyone's
yeah.
different.
Um, but yeah, off the field, like what are some of your hobbies and interests, people might not know you have?
Um, Outside of football, I play with my brothers a lot. I go outside and just play. I have two little brothers. One's 14, one's 11. I try and make the best example for them. I play video games outside. I play a little bit of Call of Duty, a little bit of Fortnite. I got dogs as well, two French bulldogs. I play with them, but I'll go out like here and there. But outside of that, I don't really like outside of football. I just train, shoot, sleep, play video games, just hang out with my family.
That's awesome. If football never existed, what sport do you think you'd be best at?
I would say baseball. I'll say baseball because I played baseball and football for a while, and I kind of just stopped playing baseball. Like it was like COVID year, and like everything had to shut down, so I kind of stopped playing baseball. But I was actually pretty good. Yeah, I'll say baseball if football never existed.
Do you ever play high school baseball with Bosco or
I never played. Nah, I never really got back into it.
I know they have a pretty solid team, right? So,
Yeah, one in the nation. Yeah, they're
yeah,
pretty good.
that's pretty good. But what kind of teammate are you in the locker room?
I'm a we teammate, not a me teammate. I try and make sure everyone's good before the game. I talk to my receiver group, make sure we're locked in, make sure we're good for the game. I'll just make sure they're good. Study a little bit before the games. On the field, I'll help them. Run some routes, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm definitely a we teammate, not a me teammate. Just make sure that everyone's all right. Make sure we're all locked in for the game.
What's one lesson football has taught you, the most that applies directly to your life?
Shoot, that's a good one. A lesson that's I would just say, you never know what happens next, to be honest. Because last year we were number one in the nation. Like number one in the nation. Like, shoot, we were number one in the nation until freaking till Olu. I think I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Cause so I would just say like, you never know what happens next. So just stay humble at all times, because you never know what happens next. Cause we're number one in the nation. Then lost to Orange Lutheran in the first round. So I feel like, yeah, just that, because you never know what happens next. You could add that to life as well. Like you never know like what happens next. Like everything's tomorrow's never promised. So I could add that to life as well.
What like with Trillion Boys and Bosco, like what individual goals do you have for this upcoming season? I mean, for Trillion Boys, I guess it's like really for the finals, but also next year too, because you still have that 1 year, but
Yeah.
also specifically for Bosco too.
Okay. With Trilly, I'll just say just kind of just give myself like a good debut. Because season OT7 season is basically almost over. The finals are coming up, so I just feel like I just want to come out healthy, obviously for the season. But I just want to showcase what I could do, and just see what people have been missing this whole off season OT7. And then shoot, Bosco, I got a big year ahead of me, junior year coming up. So yeah, I just want to prove. I just want to show what I could do. Obviously coming in as the receiver, coming in as one of the top receivers at Bosco. I just want to show what I could do. We have a hard schedule coming up. We got Bishop Gorman coming up, so yeah, I got that circled on my calendar. So just been getting ready for that. And then yeah, just building with my team, building my quarterback, receivers, everyone on the team. Just building that relationship, and hopefully going 14-0 undefeated in the season, and winning that state championship, hopefully national.
Uh, what's like the best campus environment you visited so far through, all your offers?
Best campus, shoot. Um, I would definitely say Alabama. I went to when I was maybe like 12, like 11 or 12. That was a really nice campus. I would say them. I would say Oregon has a really nice campus as well. I would say like, coming from their field, and then weight room. Notre Dame has a nice weight room too, I'm not gonna lie. That Notre Dame has a really nice campus. But I would say those are three that really that I think about that are like I remember that are like really good. They're really nice campuses.
I mean, I gotta say, Notre Dame, like my dad, he's a huge Miami fan,
Oh
so
shoot.
we don't really like Notre Dame in
Yeah.
this house. But also, I'm a UCLA fan too, so
Oh yeah.
but like my dad, he's a huge Miami fan, so we don't like Notre Dame like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But how much will NIL, factor, you know, your recruiting process right now? Like, you think by the time you're a senior, you think it'll be like the biggest thing, or you think it'll be more development?
Honestly, I'm not looking at NIL right now. I'm just I'm looking for anywhere that'll develop me. Like I said a couple minutes ago. Yeah, I'm just looking for I'm really looking for a college that'll develop me for who I am, develop me a player on the field and a person off the field. So yeah, money's not like a crazy yeah, money's not a big thing for me. I just want to go somewhere where they'll develop me and love me for who I am.
I mean, you have an idea, I mean, I know you're a sophomore going into your junior year, but do you have an idea of what you want to study in college?
I actually veterinarian. Learning like the animal body and like what goes on with them. Because I actually like no one really knows this, but like I actually like love animals a lot. So just studying animals and stuff like that. I feel like I'm really interested in that. So I feel like I would say veterinarian, like stuff like that.
That's awesome. Me
Yeah.
personally, I don't have any pets, but I've always, I used to have a fish, but I
No,
always,
okay. I used to have a fish too.
and I also used to have a pet like water snail.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, it was pretty cool,
Yeah,
but
it's pretty cool.
but yeah. But yeah, do you have a top five of any of your offers, top 10 right now? Like, do you think?
Um, Not yet, but I will have one pretty soon, I would say. I'll probably say I'll have like a maybe top five, maybe top 10, probably by, I'll say summertime, maybe. I'll probably drop one probably before season.
You know any of those top fives, already in your head?
Uh, Not yet. I don't know who yet. I
Really?
can't say too much yet. No, not yet.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you
But
so much for
yeah, I'll
coming
find
on,
out
DJ.
soon. Oh yeah, thank you.
And also, I gotta say, you know, when you play, I think the final is in Hollywood
June.
for OT7.
Yeah.
All right, well, hopefully I'll meet you again, all right?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I'll see you there, man.
All right, see ya.
Yes, sir.
All right.